Weird.
We can't all make declarations of hatred at the same time. Hi, everybody.
There are dozens of us. Dozens!
你好中国，比较西纳，我爱更尊重中。Shield up. There's nothing sacred.
Now, wait a Olsen, help me up onto his casket so I can dance on it.
I don't care.
But how did you ever find us?
Oh, easy. We just read the screenplay you left us.
And Hispanic people, too.
Club gold! Club gold! Club gold!
You get nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
I'll have you.
Everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic, and you have to point it all out.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Huh? Zappuccino.
All right, happy Halloween, everybody. Well, almost. We're a couple hours away from Halloween. It is Thursday night in Tooney Town, and that can only mean one thing. It is time for my favorite night of the week, guys, because it is time for Tooney Talk TV. Folks, my name is Marvin, and I am the Movie Monster, and I am thrilled to welcome you all back for another week of pop culture discussion. It is going to be a wild one here tonight. I am on day 4 of the carnivore diet, and the keto flu has hit me today like a ton of bricks. I have not been able to think or speak or function with joint pain and a headache and brain fog. So tonight is going to be an adventure, guys. Give me a little bit of grace. We will, and in even compounding, you're going to add, I guess, to the prize here. If we make $300 in super chats tonight, I will do an exclusive Q&A with you guys, and you're going to get my brain fog unfiltered thoughts. So yeah, there you go. But I can't do this alone, and especially not today. So let's bring out the Tooney Town Titans.
Titans, go!
Trish!
Hello. Did that get cut off? The Titans thing? Am I crazy?
I don't think it did. Maybe your computer skipped.
On my end, it went Titans, and then it just like ended.
Oh, no. It went through on my end.
Oh, great. Okay, thanks, StreamYard.
One more time.
Titans, go!
Didn't get the go part over here.
Yeah, I got the go. I got the go.
Titans, go!
I got it just now.
Okay, there you
It
go.
was weird. Okay. Hi.
Hi. How you doing this week?
All right.
Any
Okay.
Halloween plans?
I'll just been watching my scary movies, eating my candy, kind of like what I normally do.
Scream.
Probably. I mean, I watched the first one already because we did a Lost Guys episode on it recently, but knowing me, probably again.
Did you see the Scream 7 trailer?
Yes, I did.
What'd you think of it?
I mean, I have thoughts that are probably too many to get into now, but like, listen, after 5 and 6, yes, because it has Sydney in it. So
okay. I'm
good, and I'm sure the chat will probably be like, "What, Trish?" But I know that you're going to be like, "I don't understand this." So
you don't have to edit yourself for my, if the people in the chat want to hear it, then you should talk about it. But you want to bring maybe some other folks would want to talk about it with you. Some other folks like Martin Stone.
I do enjoy Scream, but I haven't seen the Scream 7 trailer yet.
It just came out today, so you're not super behind or anything. Yeah.
That came out today, and the Stranger Things 5 trailer came out today. So I definitely watched the Stranger Things 5 trailer more.
That was not on my radar.
Yeah.
My oldest son is into that. He and my wife watch it together.
Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just rewatched the entire thing from beginning to end. We thought it was going to take us up into like late November, which is when it comes out, but no, apparently not. So, there's apparently a Halloween pack that we could have. Oh, you guys like that or that or that?
Ooh, the little ghosty and the little bat.
The pumpkin will be right where either Lauren or I am in just a minute.
Just a pumpkin.
We could try the candy border for now and see if people like it.
I think that one's the most visible.
Yeah.
Out of all of them.
I'm waiting for Lauren to turn his camera back on in the background to bring him on because there. Okay. Never mind.
Ta-da!
Lorne!
Hey, I didn't get the Titans Go thing.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me do it one more time then.
Titans go!
No?
Titans go!
Nope, just heard Titans.
Still nothing.
Titans go!
I get that it's a bit. So, all right. The whimsical bats and witch hats and jack-o'-lanterns are starting. It's a little too much. Too much whimsy. I'm tired of Halloween. I did go to Horror Nights again last night, though.
I'm tired of whimsy.
Yeah, right? And I didn't go to Halloween Horror Nights. I'm not tired of whimsy. It is the day before Halloween, sir.
I went last night, and the event was sold out. So it was like just jam slammed with people. I bet it was.
Intense.
Yeah, it wasn't. We didn't stay late. We didn't stay long. My friend and I, we left at like 9 o'clock, to the point where like we left at like 9 o'clock, and then the guys that worked there were like, "It's only 9 o'clock. Where are you going?" And we were like, "Yeah, no. This is like our 8th time here this season, so
there's so much more booze to drink."
Yeah, right. Thankfully, I don't do that.
I like how it's the people's like first time going, and they're all excited. He's just like, "Whatever."
I'm over this.
Just raining on everyone's parade.
So, guys, as you know, this is a show that is made for you and financed by you. We count on your generous super chats to keep the lights on around here, as it says on the bottom of the screen. If we get to $300 in super chats tonight, I will do an exclusive Q&A with you all. So let's see if we get there. Let's see what you guys have to say so far. XJ Cherokee Bear for $5 says today's my 35th birthday. Happy birthday! Hold on, let's see. Do I have the thing?
Happy birthday.
Do I not have it? I thought I had it. Apparently I don't. Well, imagine Frosty the Snowman just popped up on the screen and said happy birthday to you. I can give you Jigglypuff. But that's about as good as it gets. You know what? We haven't done this in a while.
This world will beat you down. Beat you with a stick.
That poor dog.
I feel like we should edit that a little bit to when he keeps throwing the dog into the river, start Sarah McLachlan.
It says, what was 1990 like for you? Well, Trish was graduating high school, so I'm kidding. I was a very small child, so I don't remember what 1990 was like for me. But Trish, what was 1990 like for you?
I was, well, in this particular day in 1990, I was not quite 8. So, whatever like a second or third grader was doing. Probably listening to New Kids on the Block and trick-or-treating. My best guess.
Okay. Lauren, what was 1990 like for you?
I was in 8th grade, anticipating going to high school and actually having a pretty awesome time.
Oh, that's good. Martin Stone, what was 1990 like for you?
I think I was in my 3rd year of accountancy. It was a pretty sweet year. I got a red BMX bike for my birthday that year. So
I love that you remember that.
It was exactly what I wanted.
I could not for the life of me remember what year I got certain things for birthdays. Like that is just information that has left my head long ago.
Well, my family had a big move coming up at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a lot of stuff kind of crystallized because of that.
I enjoyed that my main memory was New Kids on the Block. That's about right.
I enjoyed that too. But XJ Cherokee Bear, happy birthday from all of us to you, my friend. Regina Sharp checking in for $10 says, want endless what how do you
Sopapillas?
Sopapillas? Want endless sopapillas? Try Casa Bonita. Well, not now. Our workers are on strike. Later, when they're back on the job. Not Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Are the Casa Bonita workers striking? Because that's funny.
Negotiations fell apart, and now they seem to be striking. I just saw that a couple hours ago.
Out of the loop. I got my 2 bits of news today, and this was not in it.
Not Casa Bonita wasn't on your radar?
No, it was not on my radar today.
Casa Bonita. Food and fun and great atmosphere. Let's see. Regina Sharp says this advertisement has been brought to you by
Glom Gold, Glom Gold, Glom Gold, Glom Gold.
Always has been, always is, always will be. Dragon Queen, member for 5 months, says happy Halloween, hugs for all. Hugs back to you, Dragon Queen. Thank you very, very much. Liquid Fox for $5 Canadian says spooky, scary Tooney Town will never make you frown unless they talk about Pedro again. Then I'll be team out. Happy Spooky Day, everyone. I hope I did I just created a.
It's supposed to be spooky, scary skeletons.
Oh, then you want to do it?
No, but it's what it's supposed to be.
I don't know.
I actually thought you knew because at the beginning it sort of sounded like you were doing it, and then it kind of got away.
You can put a spooky, scary skeleton on the screen.
At least I think that's what Liquid Fox is doing. That was how I read it. Spooky, scary skeletons.
Cool. That's the thing I'm not familiar with. Master of Puppets, member for 11 months, says Trish, Supernatural update, season 11, episode 7.
You're getting far, man.
You're almost done.
That's the season with Amara, if I remember correctly. I always confuse it with season 12, but I think my brain has finally remembered that she's season 11. So.
Chef Eddie for $5 says Trish, the original Alice Cooper, is doing a 2-night show in Vegas with horror illusionist Chris Angel next year. The trailer looks amazing.
I mean, Alice Cooper's show, and it wasn't like the original whole band, it was just him, was a ton of fun. So to have the original band and then, I can't say that I'm like, oh, Chris Angel, but at the same time, like, that sounds cool. Like, it doesn't sound like, it fits to me. I like it. It sounds neat.
All BBB says I'm fighting with Dracula because I have to save Halloween. That's the cover for Dracula versus Batman.
Yeah.
Wait, whose head is on Dracula's body? Is it?
I think it's just Dracula, right?
Oh, okay.
Am I crazy?
It looks like Bela Lugosi.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I never saw the Batman versus Dracula. But it was the Batman cartoon, which I actually did like.
Can't say I have either.
Yeah. So we're at $40 towards our goal now, guys. 300. You guys get that exclusive Q&A with me. And I'll try to make it entertaining for you guys. But before we get into any main topics, I wanted to bring everyone's attention to something we played last week on Tooney Talk Wrestling, the Cameo game. You guys remember the Cameo game? We played it here. But the thing which we did with wrestlers, because it was the wrestling one. And our good friend Trish won the Cameo game.
What can I say?
Which is like really like stellar because Trish never wins any of our games. She's usually like notoriously bad at all of them. And we felt the need that we had to celebrate this win. So I feel like we had to call it out again.
Congratulations, Trish.
More than just me wanted to say it.
I see what's at the bottom.
Hello, Marv and the Tooney Town Crew. Hello, Trish. Tony Chimmel here, the GOAT of ring announcers. First, Marv and the Tooney Town Crew want to thank all of you for ordering this Cameo, or as I call it, a Chimeo. And this Chimeo...
Hold on, for those of you that don't know, this is Tony Chimmel, former longtime WWE ring announcer, who was part of the Cameo game, and we loved his cameos so much, and he calls them Chimeos.
I was gonna say, get it right, it's Chimeo.
Yeah, so I had to order one for Trish.
It's for you, Trish. First, I want to congratulate you on becoming the new Cameo game champion. I know you guys like to play this game. Guess the price of the cameos? Well, you won this time. And since you're the champ, you get an announcement. So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, for the very first time, she is the new Cameo Game Champion and a true superstar, Trish.
That's me. Oh,
there you go, Trish. Congratulations once again. Many, many more victories. I'm always here to announce the champion. Thank you all.
that was incredible. Thank you.
That's pretty cool.
That's actually awesome.
Chimmel brings it, man. Chimmel puts
And his
energy
are like
into this
super
stuff.
affordable too.
Yeah, that's why do you think you got one?
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like $30 for that, considering Draco Malfoy wants 1,000. That's always going to be my go-to.
Yeah, if it was Ric Flair for $500, look, I would love to get you a drunken Ric Flair cameo, but those were the best.
$500 is different. No, you guys don't understand what the Ric Flair one. Martin, you would laugh so hard at the Ric Flair ones. He just reads what the person who ordered the cameo wrote to him, but in a bar drunk. That's like what they are. It's incredible. It's just,
he reads the instructions aloud.
Yeah.
You know what?
That's great.
You know what? We're going to show Martin a Ric Flair.
It's so good.
I don't care that it's wrestling. Like, it's too good. Let me just pull it up first. Hold on. Here we go. All right. And let's put that on the screen. There we go. Here we go.
Woo to my man Ray Cohen from Mark, Jason, Michelle.
A few things. One, it's clearly the middle of the day and he's in a bar. Two, he's out of frame. Three, he's incredibly inebriated.
Or Michael and their families. My dad turning 80. Me.
I was like, is Ric Flair's dad turning 80? Because that would happen when he was like 10. But no, he's literally just reading the instructions aloud.
Me and my two brothers were raised on wrestling in the 80s. My dad's love for you goes back to Gorgeous George. Well, I'm a lot better than Gorgeous George. Are you shitting me? He was a kid. I was the man. We love to hate the Horseman. Loved your promos. Be excited to get a word. And a happy birthday to Ray Cohen from the Nature Boy. Ray was the man. If I live to be 80, I'm going to make love to a woman that is be unrecognizable.
What?
You know what? Same.
I'm going to make love to a woman and be unrecognizable.
Like, what is going to be going? I don't want an answer, but what is going to be going on?
No.
God bless you, brother. A lot of respect. Mark, Jason, Michael, and the families, they respect you. I respect you. Remember, Ray, on your birthday, man, to be the man, you gotta beat the man. And today, you are the man.
So that means everyone has to beat him up.
Where is the wooey at the end?
Woo!
There we go.
Love you, Nature Boy.
In another one, he says woo.
Okay, no problem.
There's another one in a bar.
Is this wooey?
Can I get
Wooey!
He forgot how to say woo. It's like the one thing that he does. Wooey.
I love Ric Flair drunk cameos. Worth every penny.
It's Rick Biden.
Wooey.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is something else.
I told you, Martin. I knew.
That cost $500.
I wonder if he drank that much in that sitting.
Probably paid for the tab.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so great. But but Tony Chimmel leaves you like legitimately bang for the buck. Like,
yeah, and by the way, I'm sure that the Wooey Ric Flair cameos probably take like a month to get. I ordered this on I think Monday, and I got it like I didn't even I didn't even check to see like what day he sent it, because I just looked before we went on the air and saw that I had it.
Yeah. That's incredible.
That's called professionalism.
It was today.
Right.
He got it to me today. Actually, at 7:54 p.m. Sorry, before we went on the air. So, man, thank you, Tony Chimmel. That Chimio was fantastic. I'm gonna have to send it to you, Trish, so you can save it.
Thank you. I do want to save it. Once I saw it come up at the bottom, Trish Chimio.
I know. I really was trying to find a way to not have it like you see.
It was just as good seeing it there. It was just as good seeing it there. It really was.
Rabbits and Reels for $5. Or says, I'm watching Muppets Haunted Mansion for the first time tomorrow night. Temper your expectations. I was I was very excited for it. And then I was like, afterwards, I was like, I guess that was
the thing that happened.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's terrible Kermit voice. It's, it's mostly a Gonzo thing, which I like Gonzo. But it's now, instead of Gonzo and Rizzo, it's Gonzo and Pepe. And I don't have a problem with Pepe, but not when he's replacing Rizzo.
Listen, you better not have a problem with Pepe.
Well, Pepe's great. I like Pepe.
He's the King Prawn.
He is the King Prawn.
Royalty.
But he needs to augment Rizzo, not detract from.
Right.
I can agree with that.
Right.
I can agree.
I miss Rizzo. But Hallmark has a Kermit the Frog ornament it was $55, and its mouth moves and it sings Rainbow Connection.
That's a lot
nice. That's not bad at all for something that's.
I immediately ordered it. It was like the first impulse buy that I've made in like. So I was already buying my wife the Jigglypuff Hallmark ornament, and because it sings and whatnot, it doesn't move, but it sings. And then I saw the Kermit one, and I was like, "Why is that $55?" And then I saw that it moved, and I was like, I need this."
Well, now it must be done.
Well, there are some ornaments that they have that are like $100, but they're not ornaments. Like you couldn't possibly hang them on a tree. They're like there was an entire diorama one year of Wayne Manor from the 1960s Batman show, and complete with like you push the little you push the William Shakespeare head, and the bookcase opens up, and then the bottom opens up as the Bat Cave, with the poles going down, and and you hear like Adam West talking and stuff. It was really cool. I wanted it really bad, but I wasn't allowed to get it.
That would make a great advent calendar.
What would you do each day?
I assume you open up a different room, and maybe there's a villain inside, and you could put little gifts and things like that in it.
Well, they better save Frank Gorshin for Christmas then, because once I get him, I know we're not getting any better than that, and then I'm done. Regina Sharp for $5 says, Sopapillas and Chimios? What more could we want? Liquid Fox for $2 Canadian is next week's goal, $500 to get a Ric Flair cameo. Well, to get a Ric Flair business cameo is $10,000.
So, like, to help your business, he wants to put it out of business by charging $10,000. Like,
apparently,
was he nuts? I mean, don't answer that, but
I mean, clearly he is. So, William Thompson for another $5 says, Ric Flair was and is an amazing wrestler who lived his life like there was no tomorrow. Plus, Lauren Connor, my hat is better than your hat. So
I feel like he survived a plane crash and was just like
wasn't supposed to walk again, let alone wrestle. And one of the greatest of all time.
And he was just like, I'm going to live every day like it's my last one.
Well, I mean, Ric Flair's the first guy to ever say that, like, if he made $1,000 in a week, he spent $2,000. So, which is
somebody
why
he do well in math.
Yeah. Well, it's also why he's, doing cameos and stuff. So, alrighty, guys. So we like to start off each and every episode of the show by talking about what we're watching this week, what we're watching, what we're reading, what we're experiencing. And Trish, what are you watching this week?
Nothing. But the other thing, I was listening to kind of like a mishmash. I was listening to some Meatloaf, I was listening to some Pretenders, listening to some T-Rex. We had some good stuff. Oh, and I once again, just as a pick me up, did a dramatic rendition to the audience of thousands in my head to "It's All Coming Back to Me Now" from Celine Dion, which is the most dramatic song in the world. That song, it's such a. Oh my God. If I actually had the guts to stand up at karaoke, I'd put on a killer performance, but I do not, so I will not. But the other
for a $1,000 super chat call, Trish will sing.
I
bring it up.
I feel like if we ever get together, we have to do karaoke just to
make me do it.
Yank Nolan's chain.
If it were lip syncing, I'd be in.
Wait. What is Nolan? Is Nolan really good at karaoke or something?
No, because he mispronounced Cherokee. It's karaoke.
Oh. Come on, Nolan. We're going to carry Chi.
He's not even here to defend himself, you guys.
I know.
But the other bit of news, because I don't know when this is going to fit in this show otherwise, the other bit of news that I heard today that completely surprised me was Nintendo announced that Animal Crossing is getting like another big update. And they're putting all of this stuff in it. And I watch it like, because they haven't updated it since 2021.
And then it said on Nintendo Switch 2.
No, it's for everybody.
Is it? Oh, okay. I thought it was
for
just
everybody.
for Switch 2.
Because that was my first question. When my friend sent it to me, I was like, is it just Switch 2? And he was like, no. And then I went to the video and it specifically said for all players. And so it was just like, yes. So
what are they adding?
The other thing. They're adding, like, there's a dock where you can take a boat to like other islands, but they're like special. Like it could be a different season or like it could be shooting stars. And the person who does the boat, they're building like a hotel. So you can design stuff in the hotel and get visitors. And then they're also adding crossover stuff with other games. Like they're adding stuff with Zelda. And Splatoon. And this stuff. Oh, and Lego.
What kind of Zelda stuff are they putting in?
They're putting in some like decorative things.
Oh.
Like I saw like little jewels. I saw like a statue. Like
so
I
nothing,
do play
nothing
Zelda.
exciting.
So I don't. Well, I mean, the world of Zelda is not taking over Animal Crossing. It's like, oh, would you like to decorate with some of this stuff? And I think they put 2 villagers that are like creatures that I don't know Zelda. But
the one way to get me to play Animal Crossing would be to just turn it into a Zelda game.
Well, the other then Splatoon, which I know even less of, and then Lego, because they've been putting out Animal Crossing like Lego sets, but Lego's expensive, so.
Well, so when we play, my wife and I play Mario Kart, she picks Isabelle all the time from Animal Crossing.
She gets it.
Because she just thinks that she's cute. She's either Isabelle or King. She likes Isabelle and she likes King Boo.
Okay. Martin.
What?
Mrs. Stone, Mrs. Movie Monster, and I think we were triplets separated at birth.
It has to be that.
Because King Boo, like if I play like Mario Party, like I'm Boo every time. And Boo
she loves
is my
King
guy.
Boo. I'm pretty sure we bought her a King Boo hat or just a Boo hat the last time we were at Nintendo World.
Oh, love Boo. His little laugh. See, she gets it. She knows where it's at.
Yeah, she likes like the spherically round cartoon characters. She thinks they're cute.
Now that you say them, like Jigglypuff, King Boo, like she does. Like if they look like a little ball.
If they look like a beach ball, she likes them.
Yeah, she's. But yeah, so I'm just like, but it's not until January, so I have to like temper my excitement for a little bit. But it was literally like the Animal Crossing community went, because it was seriously, because 4 years ago they were like, and this is our last update, and everybody was like, what? And they never said any of this was coming. and then they just dropped this little bomb today.
They're trying to get because they're trying to get people on Switch 2 as much as they can give them. I'm amazed that they're putting this out for Switch 1 because
I think they probably anticipated people would be angry if you only put it out for the Switch 2.
Nintendo's been getting a lot of bad press lately, so I could definitely see them trying to do. And that's not for me. I love Nintendo.
Right. I
would have been angry.
Question that's up Trish's alley.
Oh, okay.
My 6-year-old came to me because she wanted to have a game where she can, do character creator kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And what she asked for was Sims 4. But she's 6, and I just kind of felt like that's a little advanced for 6 years old.
Yeah,
so we thought Animal Crossing maybe.
You can't really design a character in Animal Crossing. You can design like the island and stuff.
Right.
You can design your house, but as far as like a physical character, you can't do it, honestly. Like, yeah, I can see why she did ask for The Sims, because there are people who solely play like just making people that they just don't play with.
A lot of parents like that too. But we also thought Stardew Valley or
I've heard Stardew Valley is good.
Yeah.
You can't really. That's another one that is like, if she's looking specifically for character customization, that's not going to do the trick.
Okay. And another one that came up in the search was Coral Island, and all of these were ones you've mentioned.
I've played all of these.
My wife plays Coral Island also. And there's
Coral
another one
Island...
that she plays. Oh, Vamp for a minute, guys, because I'm going to go find out what the other one she plays is.
Okay.
Vamp for a minute, guys. Coral Island, it's similar in that it's really more about your farm and your land and all that, but you do have the ability to like go to the hair salon and get a haircut and get clothes and outfits, but it's like as you progress, more opens up. So for 6, I don't know how how that would go.
That's kind of the problem we're running into with all that kind of stuff, because all these things are either microtransactions or you have to earn them. And for a 6-year-old, just a game where she's got 400 different outfits that she could change the character into is really all she wants.
Yeah. And like, I know that younger people like to play Dress to Impress, but I have like 2 problems with that. One is I'm pretty sure it's Roblox, which I'm just like, no. I'm not positive though.
It is. My wife will play that with her every once in a while.
Okay, she will. I was gonna say that's probably better that she's got her mom with her, because people do things that's like,
I don't trust Roblox at all.
And also, just even if you took that part of it out, I've seen people play it, and it's like it's got like Mean Girl energy to it.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like, I don't know that I would be like, oh, that seems like it would be fun for her, because
here, have a device that has the connection to the entire known universe of information and play this game where adults are playing as well.
Right. Adults and mean preteens are playing it. Have fun.
So the game that she plays is called Story of Seasons.
I've heard of that, but I've never played it.
So it was free on PlayStation Plus. So that's how she started playing it. And she really liked it. I think that would be a good one, Martin, because it's very cartoony.
Okay.
The animals are like, she likes it because the animals are all round.
Okay. Story of Seasons.
I just don't know how much character creation is in that.
Well, the funniest thing about it was when I went to go ask her, she was brushing her teeth, and it's like an entire production because she brushes her teeth for like 10 minutes. So she's like, I'm like, what's the name of the movie? She's like, sorry, I was eating. She's got like a mouthful.
And you're like, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, since I've never played it, I'm not sure, but I would not be surprised if it was more like in the vein of like Coral Island or something where it's more about your property, which is probably not what she's
Coral Island is about it's a Walking Dead spinoff, and you play as Carl because Rick calls him Carl. Carl.
This would be funnier if I wasn't trying to change the way I say it. So,
because you say Carl Island.
I've been working on it. You got to give me that. I don't know why. That's just naturally how it comes out.
You can take the girl out of New York.
Coral Island. I'm getting there. Eventually it'll be normal, but
Corel.
It's just not how it's not Corel. It's not Corel. Corel.
It's
like
not
the old plates, the Corel
Corel.
plates. You said Corel.
Like a coral reef.
Yeah, I'm aware of what the word is and what it's like, the item, the thing.
Are
that
you?
it's
Because you're
talking
not
about.
saying it correctly.
Well, you weren't either, Corel.
Right. Coral Reef sounds like a beach bar that people just rave about when they get back home.
You know, a coral reef, you can get a bucket of Coronas.
Are they served any other way?
No.
Corona Ritas in a bucket. Oh, Jersey Shore.
But yeah, to like wrap up with Martin. Now, if your wife plays with her, you could maybe do The Sims and they can just only go into create a sim and then like that's it, and she could work with her. But
okay,
I'm a little worried about what's coming for I'm a little worried about what's coming for The Sims because I shared this with you the other day, Trish. Like, because EA was just purchased by the Saudis.
Did it actually go through?
I'm not sure if it fully went through yet, but it's happening.
Yeah, because I heard that like there was something like it might not have gone through or something.
Well,
I don't care, but
apparently the Sims team has been like promising to overcorrect for this. So I have a feeling that The Sims is about to get super gay.
I just know it already is a little bit. Like you can avoid it, but they definitely have like they had like Pride Day 2025. Here's rainbow stuff. So I mean, they already do stuff like that. So they don't shy away from it. But I mean,
that's the funny thing about games for kids because little girls love rainbow stuff, so they will just pick that up and run with it.
And to be fair, some of the stuff, like if it were a younger kid that's not on their radar, you could put, oh, this is a cute like rainbow bed, and it would be fine. Like it doesn't necessarily. There are some other things that, you very clearly know what they're supposed to be, but yeah, I don't know. I do laugh because some of the people who are angry, not all of them, some of them were totally fine though with EA just completely, essentially robbing them of money to break their game further. And I'm like, why weren't you upset about that?
About the last 20 years, people are just super excited for their company to take their money in unscrupulous ways.
And then if someone criticizes it, they get like, well, if you can't afford it, it's like, I never said I couldn't afford it. It's just,
I mean, I can't.
Smart.
That's not the issue.
It's like, but you know what I mean? It's like, there's this weird thing where they stump for a company, and I'm like, I don't like they're not going to hire you. They're not going to give you a free game. Like, what are you so defensive? Yeah, right. So I don't know. I kind of wish there was some of this energy towards that as well, because it's just maybe two different types of negatives, but we'll see. I guess if you have the game and you have what you have, it's not like it's going away. You could just not buy more.
Martin Stone, what are you watching this week?
I have not really watched anything because all 4 of my kids have walking pneumonia and my wife is sick.
Oh, my own.
Oh, God.
It's been a banner week in the Stone
And
household.
you're not sick?
Not yet, but it's coming.
You're like, it's just a matter of time.
Well, Lauren Connor, what about you? You watching anything?
Still doing Star Trek Continues.
Oh, how's that?
So far, so good. I haven't been able to watch anything for the last couple of days. The last episode that I watched was the weakest of all of them that I've seen so far, but overall, the series has been great, and I really appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun to watch.
So I am still not watching Supernatural. You don't look surprised. I can't tell what...
You're trying to get the reaction now, so you're not going to get it. It's fine. It's what you're angling for now.
I'm not angling for it. I feel genuinely, upset that I haven't had time.
I don't want to speak on behalf of the chat, so the chat can say, no, Trish, you're wrong. But I feel like the chat, along with myself, are just going to go. Like, eventually. And they're just going to be like, well, watch
what happens when I start watching it again? Like, I'm going to very soon.
Well, I can't, again, I won't speak for the chat, but I know I would be like, okay, for like 3 episodes, and then like, give it 3 months, and then
all right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna surprise you. How about that?
Okay, I'll believe it when I see it multiple times, not just once.
So what I have been watching this week, the wife and I are in full blown My Hero Academia. Just catching up for the last couple seasons, and we can't stop watching it. Like I was almost late to this show tonight because because we were watching, like we couldn't stop watching it. Like they're in like the final battle starts like halfway through last season and it's still going now. So it's been a lot. But it's just so good, and the superpowers in it are so clever and so original. I love it so much. It's amazing. But then other than that, I think I watched a little. So I've been listening to the audiobook for Dexter.
Which one? Darkly Dreaming?
I just
Dearly
finished
Departed?
Darkly Dreaming Dexter, and I just started Dearly Devoted Dexter.
I think that's the one where what happens with Dokes is going to surprise you.
Okay, cool. I was surprised when LaGuerta died in the first one.
Yeah, because she's important in the series, right?
Yeah. Well, and also like Angel Batista is not a detective. He's a CSI. But from what I've heard is like the first one kind of mirrors the first season of the show with some pretty major deviations, but that the second book goes in a completely different direction and just
it does.
Yeah, like nothing is the same from here on out. So I'm looking forward to that. And then there was so I watched like a couple more episodes of the season that I'm on in Dexter. And other than that, I haven't really had time to watch anything. I've been playing Switch a little bit. I've been playing Mario Odyssey, and I started playing Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor again because I just love that Nemesis.
It's a good game.
It's so good. I mean, Shadow of War is better, but I refuse to play one without playing the other one first.
Mm-hmm. That Nemesis system in Shadow of War is exceptional.
Yeah, it really, really is cool. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I just haven't had a lot of time for much because, we are doing the two websites right now with, geeksandgamers.com and thatparkplace.com. So yeah, it has been a very, very busy couple of weeks for me as I've been like figuring out everything. Let's see. We got a couple more super chats that have come in. So let's see. William Thompson for $10 says, I remember watching The Muppets when I was 4 or 5 years old. It was right before Lawrence Welk, when TV was better than now. And by now, I mean better than Supernatural. Oof. Biting words.
William, are you forgetting? Because I have not forgotten our alliance. I still hold you close as an ally, but I don't know.
What was your alliance?
We became allies like, a month ago tops?
Again, what were you allying against?
Well, I was just happy to have an ally, but I believe William Thompson was needing an ally against Lauren.
Oh,
so he was just looking to needle Lauren,
which is silly because Lauren always wins.
Oh, silly! It's silly of you. This is who you're picking on me, William.
Kenna Barnes, member for 9 months, says, "Hey Marv, have you watched the Only Murders in the Building season 5 and 9?" I never.
We're gonna say Orange is the New Black, weren't you?
I was gonna say Orange is the New Black. Yes. I have not watched a single second of Only Murders in the Building, so I definitely haven't seen the season 5 finale. You know who loves that show though? Chatto. Paul Chatto loves that show. So.
All I know is Selena Gomez just got married. That's all I know about anything
shit.
to do with that show.
I think I saw something online about somebody donated a kidney to her and didn't even get an invite or something like that.
Oh yeah, there's like a whole thing that like I think it was her friend. I am not totally down with my Selena Gomez lore, so forgive me, but I think it was like a friend of hers donated a kidney, and then like that was like she just wasn't friendly to her that much afterwards, and you think that you would never want to leave the person who
If you think about it,
out of
if
your
you
life.
think about it, part of her was at the wedding.
That's true. She'll always be with her now.
Yeah, the kidney was there.
That's like how my dad got a pig valve in his heart, and so I say he's part pig. Now I'm like, you're a human pig hybrid. That's what I like to call him.
He is.
Well, they do say that people who get organ transplants do sometimes, like, their cravings for food shift, or their
Really?
minor changes in personality and things like that.
I'm gonna have to be like, Dad.
If he starts rooting around for truffles, call a veterinarian.
Mhm. My dad has one kidney, so we were playing Taboo one time with the whole family, and I guess it was like guitar or something like that. And my mother goes, "Dad has one," and I went, "Kidney." Yeah, made everybody laugh. Virginia Sharp for 5 says, "So it's going to be Animal Crossing the streams." I'll show myself out.
Boo, tomatoes.
William Thompson for 5, bringing us to $76 for the night. Says, "I was getting a PS5, but what in the world happened to Xbox, and why is Switch 2 getting bad reviews?" So Xbox, what happened to them is, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure that we are going to see the end of Xbox very soon, because Halo is now going to be on PlayStation.
Well, I remember people predicting the end of Xbox when they started talking about how everything is an Xbox. Just download the app.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I foresee a day where Xbox is going to become that, like the cloud streaming kind of thing, and just a game manufacturer. With Halo, I mean, Halo is like their Mario. Like it's like the thing that defines them. It's like PlayStation it's like God of War for PlayStation, Halo for Xbox, Mario for Nintendo, and now Halo is going to be on PlayStation. That's hugely, hugely huge. So we were covering it on Geeks and Gamers, and yeah, we were all just stunned by it. So yeah, and Switch 2 getting bad reviews. A lot of it has to do with the price and the fact that they rolled it out with not a lot of games. Like you have Donkey Kong, you've got Super Mario Kart World, which everybody's still playing Mario Kart 8. So I'm trying to get good at Mario Kart because I feel like I might have to test my skills sometime soon. And I'm like really bad at it. I'm really bad at it, but I talk like a big game with people about it. When people talk about Mario Kart, like I always just, because I can never actually play anyone in Mario Kart, so I build myself up as this great Mario Kart player. So people, or Smash Brothers, like people will be like, "Oh, Mario Kart and Smash," I'll be like, "Oh, I'm awesome at that. I'll destroy you in that." And like in reality, I would get wrecked in a second. I don't know why I do it. I'm like, why is this a flex? Why do I feel like this is a flex that I'm making?
Why does this matter to me?
It's like I'm great at Mario Kart and Smash Bros. Inside, I'm going, who am I? Let's see. Regina Sharp for $20 says Sims 4 was an all right game, honestly, but it's competing with Sims 3, which even sans DLC was a much, much better Sims. It's a prettier, technically inferior product. And have you seen Spaceballs yet, Marv? No, I have not. But Trish, is that correct what she said about Sims 4 and Sims 3?
They should really just be developing a Sims 5. But like they were like, if Sims 4 doesn't sell, there'll be no Sims 5. So people bought Sims 4, not myself, but people bought Sims 4 at the time because now it's free, but then there's paid DLC. But at the start, it was like you had to pay for the game. And now they're like, well, we don't want to make everybody give up all their progress and their worlds and their work. So no, we're not going to do a Sims 5. And everybody's
Well,
like,
that sounds like an excuse to be lazy.
It is. And you're like, so you're just going to keep compounding on a broken foundation of a game because it's just collapsing under the weight of everything. Because I think it also started off as, I think, maybe it was supposed to be a mobile game for like a hot second or something. It wasn't supposed to be what it is. And so it's like not totally structured the right way.
So which one do you play?
I play 4.
Okay.
You know, it was free. So I play 4.
William Thompson for another 5, bringing us over $100 and 1/3 of the way to our goal for tonight. So that's 101. Says, I'm sorry, Trish, I couldn't help myself. And Lauren Connor, you are delusional. And Trish, you are my favorite YouTuber of the moment.
Of the moment.
Yeah,
I'll live in this moment.
Don't get too comfortable, Trish.
It's okay.
That title passes hands more than the 24/7
okay.
hardcore title.
The joy of the moment right now.
I would like to point out that those in the comments were pointing out that he says the same things to the Force of Light lady. So this man is a flim-flam man.
I think Jonas and I have each been his favorite YouTuber for a while. So
I don't know, William Thompson. Maybe I'll have to take Lorne's side. Maybe I'll be like the free agent ally. You know, Lorne doesn't do that to me. Lorne gives me a lot of grief, but he doesn't do that.
You always know where you stand with Lauren.
That's right.
I'm an honorable dictator.
Down with the patriarchy.
Oh my goodness. All right. Ready to start talking about some topics here tonight?
Sounds good.
Let's see which one do we want to do. Let's see. Doctor Who. I kind of was hoping Kevin would show up for Doctor Who, but okay. Yeah, so I'm going to save it. Here's one we can start off on. Let's get this one. Where is it? Where'd it go? Here we go. All right. So we have Rumor from geeksandgamers.com. Where you guys should be getting all between Geeks and Gamers and That Park Place. All of your entertainment news is pretty much covered. Rumor: Supergirl undergoing reshoots to raise testosterone level by adding more Superman and Lobo.
I don't think they should be giving her testosterone. She looks fine.
Yeah, right. It looks like Supergirl is getting a major overhaul with a series of reshoots as Warner Brothers may be trying to give its next female-led superhero film a stronger male-centric punch. According to a new rumor from scooper Daniel Richtman, Supergirl is about to undergo major reshoots designed to raise the testosterone level of the movie. Translation: Warner Brothers reportedly wants more of David Cornsweet's Superman and more of Jason Momoa's Lobo after both characters tested well with audiences and executives. For those keeping score, this is exactly what many fans expected once early buzz described the film as a slower, cosmic, female-centric story. Now, Warner Brothers appears to be pivoting hard towards something more energetic and more masculine in tone. Fans first noticed something was up when Cornsweet's Superman costume vanished from a display at the Warner Brothers studio tour, with a new sign appearing in its place that says Superman costume currently being used by production. That's weird, right? Like, I just assumed they're always making new Superman costumes, and when he's in a movie, there's like 5 Superman costumes that they keep switching him out of, right?
You would think so. I would think so. Like
Apparently
a
it's
distressed
the one.
one and a new one and the whole bit.
Apparently it's just the one. So, wait, why is the chat talking about Trish being married?
I honestly
said she was.
Oh.
Yeah, like he just, I don't want to say randomly because perhaps I missed it, but to my eye randomly said something about me. I'm like, why are we exclaiming this? I don't know. I'm not. So
Yeah, I was about to say, like, unless something happened in the last week.
Yeah. You know, no, you'd know.
Let's see. Yeah, she stopped hanging out with all of us. So, I'm kidding. While some assumed the costume was being used for a Superman sequel Man of Tomorrow, that project isn't scheduled to begin filming until next spring. The timing aligns far better with the Supergirl reshoots, suggesting that Man of Steel is already back in action. If true, Cornsweet's appearance could be more than a cameo. Multiple insiders believe Warner Brothers is reframing Supergirl to include opening or closing scenes featuring Superman, grounding Kara Zor-El's story more firmly within the new DCU's main continuity. Now, Warner Brothers executives are also reportedly determined to avoid another franchise misstep after recent fan backlash to several DC projects. Expanding the roles of Superman and Lobo could give Supergirl a high-octane edge that appeals more to a male-driven comic book audience. It's also a savvy marketing move. Whether audiences like to admit it or not, recent female-led superhero movies have struggled to bring in crowds. The Marvels, Madam Web, Wonder Woman 1984, The Eternals, and Birds of Prey all flopped despite huge marketing pushes. Viewers didn't reject the concept of female heroes. They rejected dull writing, messy pacing, and movies that felt like lectures instead of entertainment. Because of this, the concept has become overplayed, and there's some definite fatigue among the fan base for girl power projects. Guys, what say you about this? Is Supergirl being made into a more male-centric movie?
I kind of hope not. If she gets a movie that's titled for her, she should be the main character.
I would say, how nervous is James Gunn about his job in the event of an acquisition?
That too, yeah.
Well, we do touch on that a bit, is because the rumors are that if the Paramount sale does go through, James Gunn might be out the door on the chopping block.
Hey, Marv.
So, yes.
You have a $50 super chat.
Oh, hold on. I just saw that. Sorry, I was on the other screen. And William
He was
Thompson,
so focused.
Well, I don't think you
William
can see that sharing screens.
Oh,
William
yeah, maybe
Thompson
not.
checking in for when I'm like reading an article, I'm on a different screen. William Thompson for $50. Thank you so much, William Thompson. I'm gonna jot that down toward our goal. It means we're halfway to our goal. Says, well, I don't know what the chat is talking about. I deny everything. And Lauren Connor, one thing that is certain, you will never be my favorite YouTuber. Trish, I will always be your staunch ally from now on. I'll even start watching Supernatural.
I don't want to make you hate watch anything, William.
William, that's great. She totally buys it. I can't wait for your heel turn.
Lauren over here using heel turn.
Oh my God. But William Thompson, thank you so very much for that $50 super chat. We really greatly appreciate it. My own. Let's get you a clip. Thank you very, very much, my friend. All right, moving back into this. So you guys really think James Gunn could be on the chopping block if the Ellisons take over?
I think the contract payout would have to be substantial unless he had a bonehead write his contract.
I just don't want to dismiss it outright because I do think that things have gone a little off the rails with what they're planning to do. And I think that if you're going to have a new boss, that new boss is going to want to make sure that everything has the broadest market appeal possible to recoup your investment. So it wouldn't surprise me if he was starting to moderate a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, if it's so from what we understand, on that Park Place, we had an article yesterday about the fact that at a town hall meeting yesterday, a source told us that David Zaslav was speaking like overwhelmingly positively about the Ellison family. And I know Pro thought that could be a sign that the sale is imminent. What do you guys think?
Well, it could also be trying to juice up his position. You know, it's like I wouldn't bet against the Ellisons. They've got the money, and so if they're going to be the new holders of all of the properties, it doesn't hurt to butter them up.
No, I agree. I mean, Daddy Ellison is the second richest man in the world. So,
and when you get to certain levels of corporate success, the air is pretty rarefied and you know each other. So unless there's a beef between you may have dealings in the future. So you want to play nice.
Yes, I agree. I don't know. I think it's very possible that they're like, oh, we really got to draw in a male-centric audience with this, and Lobo is probably the best way to do that. I've heard that Lobo is testing extremely well with the executives, to the point where like it was a mandate from the Warner Bros. Executives that they wanted more Lobo in the film.
So I don't know if we've talked about this. I know that there was some concern about the portrayal of Supergirl at the end of Superman. What do we feel about the Millie Alcock casting?
Look, from like seeing her in House of the Dragon and the way she just physically looks, she's perfect as Supergirl. She looks just like her.
Yep.
I'm concerned about the frat girl thing, but if this movie is a way to move past the frat girl thing, then I'm okay with it.
I've never seen House of the Dragon, so I've never seen her in anything. She is certainly pretty.
She plays the main Rhaenyra Targaryen. Like she plays the younger version of her. So she's in like the first half of the first season of House of the Dragon, and then they age her up and she's gone. But
I do think she's got the right look, but I haven't seen her either. I do have House of the Dragon. I've just never watched it.
You know what? I like House of the Dragon. I thought it was fine. I don't think I watched the second season though. Should probably get on that. Matt Smith, like everything Matt Smith does, he goes 100% to it, and he's amazing in it. No matter what crappy movie Matt Smith is in, whether it's that Terminator movie where he played Skynet, whether it's Morbius, he swings for the fences, man.
You gotta respect that.
He's always determined to put his best foot forward. Last thing I watched him was The Crown.
Oh, yeah, he played Prince Philip, right?
He did, yeah. Apparently, Prince Philip wasn't a big fan of his portrayal, from what I heard. You know, I read that one of the princes, yeah, now he is. One of the queen's sons would come over, and him and his wife would watch The Crown with her, and she liked it up until like the point where it showed Philip not being a very good father.
Huh.
So
I just enjoyed the smile in Martin's voice and now he's dead. Like he just like he knew he was being cheeky. With that one in there. I can always hear it.
So yeah, I think it's very possible that Supergirl could be getting beefed up. We'll see. I'd like to see Corn Sweat in there in a movie that wasn't written by James Gunn. So I do like him. I think he's a good Superman. I just don't think he had a very good script to work with.
I agree. But you know I do. I've kind of been saying that about all James Gunn stuff lately.
It sucks. It's like, what happened to the guy that made Guardians of the Galaxy?
He got to do whatever he wanted.
That's the thing. We all need constraints put on us, I think, because when you have full creative control over a project, sometimes you can get away from yourself. Sometimes people's creativity has to be curbed.
Or channeled, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to always say like Vince Russo, who wrote for the WWE during the Attitude Era, he was good because he was presented through the filter of Vince McMahon, where like all like the crazy ideas were thrown out and the good stuff was kept because there's good stuff in there. So,
did that guy go on to do other stuff that wasn't as good?
Oh yeah, when Vince Russo left the WWE and he was left it and he had full creative control over things, he defined bad wrestling. So, well, are you guys going to see Supergirl when it comes out?
No.
Yeah, I probably will.
It'll depend on the trailers, but I liked Superman. You know I like Superman.
I know.
I'll probably give it a shot unless the trailer turns me off.
I mean, yeah, I'll obviously see it. I'm gonna, even if I didn't want to see it, I'd have to see it for work. So, all right, let's see what you guys are saying out there in the chat. Let's see. Liquid Fox for $2 Canadian. Bring us up to 153. Says, it's okay, Lauren. I think you're a great YouTuber.
I think you're a great YouTuber too.
I was half expecting you to take the Mexican Iron Man approach of I'm not a YouTuber.
No, I'm a YouTuber. I can admit it.
Okay.
I'm not ashamed.
All right. Mexican Iron Man doesn't ever admit it, though. That's his whole spiel. I love Mike. I love whenever I'm on a show with him. Late Night Rabbit for $10 says, give Supergirl a curl on her forehead. Yeah, right. Like the Supergirl from The Flash, where it was just like a girl version of Superman. I hated that so much. Like that was ridiculously dumb. Okay, moving along. Let's see. Dreams gonna continue. Casting clues. Oh, this is an interesting one, Lauren. So they are bringing Star Wars: A New Hope to IMAX, but the theory flying around right now is that it will be the original cut. So the big question here, it comes from the New Hope re-release announcement managed to generate plenty of buzz back in August, but the later announcement the classic original Star Wars will be showing in IMAX only increased public intrigue, setting the internet ablaze with fiery debates on which one of the film's many variations would actually be honored in the highly anticipated anniversary. More theories online concentrate on two particular versions, the untouched 1977 original cut and the infamous 1995 special edition, which was met with a surprising amount of backlash. Others, however, speculate that Lucasfilm could be planning to release a new, faithfully restored version of the film based on the original cut. This comes because Gareth Edwards, director of Rogue One, told Little White Lies that there was a 4K restoration of the film, which he had viewed nearly a decade ago, just shortly after it had been finished. He says, on day one, we were in Lucasfilm in San Francisco with Industrial Light and Magic and John Knoll, our supervisor. He said that they've got a brand new 4K restoration print of A New Hope. It had literally just been finished. He suggested we sit and watch it. Obviously, I was up for that. However, since then, there have been rumored leaks of what appears to be a completely separate restoration project, which is in production. Images and videos began circulating the internet earlier this year, which appears to be part of a secretive remaster of the original 1977, which was just Star Wars. Users claim that the original videos were leaked onto YouTube entirely by accident and that Lucasfilm had only intended for them to be kept in a private playlist on the platform as a backup for their in-house system, but an alleged error caused the clips to go public. These rumors are unconfirmed, but it certainly is an interesting detail. Now, also recently, Lucasfilm, with the support of the British Film Institute, publicly screened the original 1977 version of Star Wars without the New Hope title on June 12th at the BFI's Film on Film Festival in London. The print was used was a dye transfer IB Technicolor version made for the film's original UK release and preserved in the BFI National Archive. Kathleen Kennedy made an appearance to introduce the screening, characterizing the prints as incredible folklore and emphasizing its rarity, noting that she wasn't sure there's another one quite like it. Now, one person that wasn't as amused by that probably is this guy right here, Lauren.
Yeah, he famously does not want the original prints to be shown. Did you want to go deeper into this, or are you wanting analysis?
Yeah, you can go deeper into that.
Well, not so much the George thing. I think there's a lot of reasons to restore the original print and get it in as high fidelity as possible. One of those would be to release an untouched cut that just has all of the scratches and blemishes fixed and color correction done, and to be able to have a pristine print. But you also want that as a working print if you wanted to also upscale the special editions, or if you wanted to create a new version of the special editions, because anytime you're going to upscale the original print, you're going to have to update the effects so that it also matches that. And famously, the special edition effects don't hold up in the planetary stuff nearly as well as you would hope. So it wouldn't surprise me if they were looking at this from two different ways. What they said when they released the special editions is that they essentially destroyed the master print that they had to make them.
Right. Do you think they actually did?
Actually, I do, because I know that they were coming from multiple different sources to cut together a working print. But and I think George had a vested interest in trying to ensure that the special editions were going to be the last version produced. But I think Disney would be very, very wise to restore the original print and upscale it so that it is at 4K quality, so that you can then do whatever you want with it. Being able to have a pristine master print would be an essential thing to do for all of the original movies, in my opinion.
Now, would you like to see a original 4K theatrical releases of the entire original trilogy?
Well, I certainly wouldn't discourage it. I know there's a lot of people that would kill to see that. My personal feeling is a little bit out of the mainstream in that I do think that if you're going to accept the prequels, the special editions were necessary, because you needed to have some kind of a blending of the world that was in the prequels to the original versions, and there are scenes in the special editions that I think are improved. On the other hand, there are scenes that I think were also cheapened, lessened, shall we say. There has not been a version of the special editions yet that has satisfied me completely, and I'm sure a lot of other people feel that way too.
Was it the first special edition where they changed Han shooting first, or was that like the DVD release?
Oh no. Well, when you say they changed it shooting first, do you mean did they make Greedo shoot first in the theatrical release?
No, I'm saying did they make which special edition did they have Greedo shooting first?
Oh, it was at the very beginning. It was very, very noticeable in the theatrical release. They just shortened the timing with each successive special edition tweak until you got to where we are on the Blu-rays, where they're shooting almost simultaneously.
Right.
When did they do the weird edited neck thing?
Head jump.
Yeah.
I don't remember if that was theatrical or if that was in the DVD release, but in any case, it didn't look good. None of it didn't look good.
Yeah. I mean, I remember being excited when the first special edition came out because they had the Jabba the Hutt scene. And I really liked the idea of seeing more Jabba the Hutt. And I was amazed that they had this scene. Though, I mean, I've also kind of like, I have my issues with it because I'm like, Jabba the Hutt is this feared, like, gangster crime lord. There's no way Han Solo gets away with stepping on his tail.
I disagree. Now, I'm going to go two different directions with this, because that was the major reason that I wanted the special editions, was to see that Jabba scene. I wanted to see that Jabba scene ever since I was little and knew about it.
Mm-hmm.
But thematically, that's what the Greedo scene was designed to do when they couldn't get the Jabba thing to work. And so the scene is basically a rehash of a scene that you've just seen. That said, I still love the scene, and I think Han stepping on his tail is completely in character. But
that's another. I don't like the edit where clearly he doesn't actually step up, and they just kind of vault him up.
Yeah.
Well, again, it's like this was done in '97. We're 28 years past that now. If they were to do another version of the special editions in an upscaled way, understand, you'd be getting new models for everything. They'd be redoing the special editions again, and I'm betting the Jabba effect and all of that stuff would look a lot better than what they did in '97.
That's probably true.
I was always amazed in Shadows of the Empire, in the scene where Jabba the Hutt speaks to Shizor, and he makes him speak basic. And I was amazed that Jabba the Hutt could do that, and I always wanted to hear it. I don't know. Am I alone in that?
No, you're not. I actually just finished Shadows of the Empire last week.
Huh.
So no, I read the book. I didn't play the game.
Yeah.
There's some people talking in the chat saying that the special editions, having Greedo shoot first, was the moment that they realized that Lucas himself no longer understood what he'd made. And there's a couple others that are saying the same thing.
Yeah.
I have a slightly different take in a way.
Okay.
I think George, in his mind, he thinks that everybody is enjoying the movies the wrong way. He has his version of what the movies are and should be, and that's what's in his head. And he feels like he never quite got that onto the screen. And I think he's a little bit mystified about why we all like it, because he's looking at it from a different angle. I've always felt that. And I think if he had a chance to sit down with any of us who are diehard fans, he would privately tell us, well, all of that stuff you like is wrong. That none of that stuff happened,
Right.
That especially when you start talking about the Sith. But if you want to have Star Wars be this giant franchise that can go on forever, it can't be tied to the way that Lucas sees it. And that's kind of a heretical thing to say, I think. But I do think that his vision of Star Wars is much different than your and my vision of Star Wars is.
I agree with that. We used to always say in the Clone Wars, like George would like give you something for you and then something for him. Like, because it was very much like, here's the Star Wars that the fans love, and here's the Star Wars that George Lucas loves.
Well,
because
my take on it was always just back before Disney ever took it over, was that I treated everything in the mainstream EU canon as canon because they were profiting off it. My take on it was, you may not want to acknowledge it as being part of it, but if you're willing to take my money and you're willing to make it as internally consistent as possible as you're doing it, then I'm going to accept the stuff that even I don't like. Because at that point, the bargain was, 50% of it's crap, but 50% of it's really good. And I felt like I was getting the value for the money.
So is this
Disney
why the sequel trilogy isn't canon to you, because they haven't made money off of it?
No, it's because they have not given me the bargain value. If you were giving me better than 50% stuff that was good, I would reluctantly say, okay, I'm at least getting value. But you're not doing that. You're robbing me, you're hitting me in the face, and you're laughing at me for doing it. And that's what's driven everybody away.
So the question that I have now for both of you is, it's not do you want to see the theatrical cut released in IMAX? It's do you think they're going to do it?
50-50 for me.
Yeah.
I've always been curious as to whether or not Lucas actually did tie them up contractually on that. If not, if they want to try and gain some goodwill back, which they haven't shown a lot of evidence of, but if they realize how dire the straits are, that would be the place to start, especially if you then make that print available for sale.
Martin, what say you?
I'm kind of two minds about it. I think it would signal to the fans, look, we do know what you like, but I'm not sure they're ready to give the fans what the fans want because the fans didn't like what they gave them.
Right.
So yeah, I'm 50-50, but kind of for a different reason than Lauren. Although it would be interesting to find out if George did tie that up contractually on them.
If these if this does release in IMAX and gets a theatrical run, and it is the 1977 version, that would release next year, same year as Mandalorian and Grogu. Is there a chance it outdraws Mandalorian and Grogu?
I don't think they'll let it have a release window as long as Mandalorian and Grogu.
And it won't get as many theaters, I'm sure, either.
No, wait a minute. You're talking about for the A New Hope restored print?
Yeah.
Why would they release it next year?
I think that's what they're doing.
That's not the smart move. The 50th
because it'd be 2027. 2027 is the 50-year anniversary. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I got my dates wrong then.
Yeah. To me, 27 is the only date that makes sense for that release.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so from year to year, do you think it could make more money than Mandalorian and Grogu?
Oh, without a doubt. There's no.
You think it would?
Yeah.
I think it's almost certainly going to make more per theater than Mandalorian and Grogu.
That would really burn their butts.
If they weren't, if they just wanted to be a limited release single weekend thing, then because they don't want to be embarrassed, then okay, maybe not. But if they actually let it have legs because people are buying tickets, yes, it will embarrass them.
Somebody said recently, I saw a tweet where they were like, hey, that Mandalorian and Grogu trailer, it just hits differently on the big screen. And I mean that by saying it looks worse.
Ooh.
See, now, this is going to be kind of weird, my take on this, because I've been trying to figure out how to communicate about this. My issue with the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer is not that it looks cheap, although in a couple of scenes, I think it does. There's actually some effects in the trailer that I quite like. The issue is more that what is the point at this point? You know, I feel like they stole the narrative
Hillary Clinton defense, yeah.
They absolutely decapitated this franchise with season 3. And I'm not sure what story you're now trying to tell. Where is there to go with this thing? What's the point?
I'm with you on that. I think I'm very much with you on that.
Also, I think it's a cheap move to bring in Sigourney Weaver. That feels to me like you're just doing baiting of the fans to come see this thing when she's probably got a glorified cameo. I've heard
she did an interview where she was just like, man, like she was like, the reason why I took this role was because, you know, the script just called out to me. I'm like, why doesn't anyone ever say they paid me a lot of money?
Well, the other thing is I hear the armorer isn't in this either. And it's like, okay, what are we doing? You're making the movie. This is the complaint that I think people have. You're making it sound like a TV episode. You're going small somehow. And I think it's because they just don't have a story to tell.
They could have done the hunt for Ben Solo, Lauren.
There's all things they could have done. They just continue to make the wrong decisions. I'm utterly flabbergasted at what they have done here. They have just made wrong decision after wrong decision. And some of the stuff is obvious, So I don't know. It's just a shame.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see what you guys have to say out there in the chat. Tyler Golsinski for 13 months as I rewatched Superman. Still think it's a B+ movie, and glory to Mistress Trish. I'm sorry, glory to Mistress Trish. And there she say her name and she appears.
Well, when you guys talk about Star Wars, I'm like, oh, I'll do
I
other
know.
stuff. Let you guys
I
have
know.
your fun. But I'm here. I'm listening.
It's your coffee break.
Yeah.
William Thompson for $10, bringing us to 173. Says George Lucas, in my opinion, while a genius in cinema, always made a huge mistake by trying to remove the original trilogy version because they may be flawed, but they still hold up after 50 years. I agree with you there, William Thompson. I'm surprised that the one scene he hasn't changed more is the cantina scene. Because Lauren, I know you probably heard it. When he talks about that cantina scene, it is very clear that George Lucas hates that scene more than anything else.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think that's why people like it. It's a little bit goofy. It is just a bunch of people in rubber masks, and it's pretty obvious, but that's part of the charm of Star Wars. I think people sometimes forget that a lot of what made Star Wars attractive was that it was gritty and run down, but it was also goofy and kind of innocent.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what made it fun. If you take yourself too seriously, looking at you prequels, you can go a little bit astray.
You thought the prequels took themselves too seriously, and like with Jar Jar and
take Jar Jar out of it, and all of the Jedi have got to stick up their butt, and so does the Senate, and so does everybody else. Yes, they are very humorless, at least in episode 1. When you get to episode 2, it looks like they start to have a little bit of fun, and then episode 3 goes straight to tragedy. There's not a lot of laughs in the prequel trilogy.
Well, isn't that kind of the point, though, with Jedi in the Senate? Is that like they're bureaucrats, so of course they have to stick up their butt?
Sure, but I think that's part of the reason why there was a visceral reaction to the prequels is that the goofy part of the okay, I'm going to get in trouble for saying this because I don't necessarily agree with it, but I do see where it was coming from. The goofy part of the prequels is the Nemoidians and the over-the-top accents and things that they're doing, and they got billed as being these racist caricatures. And I do remember opening night of the Phantom Menace, seeing the Nemoidians come on screen, and they started talking, and I remember sitting there and going, "What? Oh no!"
It didn't hit me so much with the Nemoidians. It hit me with Watto when his nose like curves down over his mouth and he goes, "Mind tricks don't work on me, only money." I was like, ooh.
Okay. But that scene in the junkyard is actually one of my favorites in all of Star Wars.
Mine
because
too.
He says, "Oh no. Legal tender is not real money."
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. I mean, some of that I love, but that's the kind of goofiness that you got in the prequels. It was a different kind of goofiness than what you got in the original trilogy.
All right, I get that. Regina Sharp says, unrelated, but I was today years old when I found out that the Popeyes in the 80s Supergirl movie was a full replica restaurant built for the movie in England. That feels wrong somehow. Are there no Popeyes in England? I like a good Popeyes sandwich.
Popeyes biscuits.
Mark?
It's funny to me that
No,
these days, whenever you see Popeyes, it's in a vertical video from like Reels or Instagram or something, and people are in a fight.
Oh, people fight at Popeyes because they eat their spinach.
Popeyes, White Castle.
Oh, they're fighting in White Castle. That's a sacred place.
Waffle House.
Well, Waffle House is made for fighting. I think Waffle Houses are made to be arenas first.
I heard that, Martin.
What did he say?
He's like Saturday nights.
Marv, can I call out a regular chat in there and have you highlight it?
Sure. Which one?
It's Liquid Fox 85. You'll know it when you see it.
Watch, he doesn't.
This one?
Yes, Jabba knocking that little creature off the balcony during the pod race was pretty freaking funny, LOL. So, can I do a really deep cut for you?
Go for it.
That creature is called a Peko Peko. They are not native to Tatooine. So how did a Peko Peko get on Tatooine in Jabba's box at the pod race? Do you know?
No, I don't.
It was part of a gift to the Cabal that hired Jabba to assassinate King Varuna of Naboo so that Padme could take his place.
Huh. That's interesting.
I knew that.
Little tiny bit of trivia for you. That's evidence of a mafia hit.
I like
and
that.
As somebody who is of the Italian descent, Marvin, I would assume you would have known that.
It's very offensive, Warren.
It's a stereotype, and it's offensive.
I would have thought possibly you could have been involved in brokering the deal.
Trish, do you hear this? Do you hear what our people have to go through every week with these guys?
So it's the Sicilians. Thank you.
Have you been hearing Lauren and Apollo with the way they come at me with this stuff?
Yes, I have.
Come at you. We haven't mentioned your name.
You mentioned Italian, me or Marv? Because if you mentioned Italian people, that's essentially mentioning me.
Yeah, we're all connected. We are one people.
Are you about to ask if I'm Italian?
So it sounds a little bit like you're organized then.
Stop it.
Like you have a thing.
Look, Trish and I have got this thing of ours, and it's none of your concern. This thing of ours. It's always my favorite thing. It's a stereotype, and it's offensive.
You feed into it.
I do not.
You do. I don't.
I'm grossly offended.
I'm collateral damage in all this.
I'm grossly offended every time it's brought up. Michael Steele for $2 Canadian says Sigourney is playing a KK self-insert. I thought Ray was the KK self-insert, and Jyn Erso was the KK self-insert. Every snarky brunette is.
Did you know Sigourney Weaver's name? If you're talking about Sigourney, I don't know. That's what I think of as is she took her name from a character in The Great Gatsby. Her name isn't really Sigourney.
I didn't know that. What's her real name?
I think it's like, I want to say it's like Suzanne or something, but don't quote me. I'm not sure. I mean, it's like a normal name. It's not anything to be embarrassed of, but she always liked the name Sigourney from the book. And I'm like, wow. Because I was like, what does that name mean?
Susan Alexandra Weaver.
Oh, see, it's a perfectly nice name, but I suppose it doesn't have like marquee.
You know what I always forget that she was in?
Alien.
The Defenders. No, I don't forget that she's an alien.
the Jessica Jones, Luke Cage thing.
Yeah. Which honestly, here's the thing. Here's the thing with the Defenders. People hate it. People hate on it all the time. I loved the Defenders.
It was okay. I only watched it for Jessica Jones because I didn't watch the other shows.
I watched it for Jed. I watched all the shows. So, it has the greatest line of all time. The Iron Fist is a thundering dumbass.
I don't remember anything about it, to be completely honest with you. I remember it was my first exposure to Iron Fist, and I was thoroughly irritated. I knew going into it that people had their issues with it, but it was my first experience with the character in Marvel.
Trish, have you heard that in Daredevil Born Again Season 2, Kristen Ritter is returning as Jessica Jones?
Is she really? I'll just watch the clips on YouTube. That's just how I do. I actually didn't watch season 3 of Jessica Jones because what happened was I was like, I don't want to finish it because I was like sad it was done, and then it got further and further away.
Season 2 was just so bad that I had no desire to.
Well, season 2 was fine. It's just season 1 is so good that where were they going to go from there? It's just so good.
Season 1 was perfect. I wish she hadn't killed Kilgrave at the end.
Yeah, spoiler.
Well, I mean, it's been out for forever, but I thought that it would have been far more interesting if she had like done something where he couldn't talk.
Yeah.
And then because I wanted the shot of Kilgrave like in like the Supermax prison with like the muzzle on his face so that he can't talk to anybody.
Yeah. And then that way, if you needed to bring him back.
Or maybe he's had a trach or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was expecting I feel like it was probably the original intention, and they chickened out. But when Kilgrave injects himself with that stuff to make his powers stronger in the end, I really thought he was going to turn purple.
You absolutely remember this better than I do. Have you rewatched it though? Like, did you watch it more than once? Because I watched it once and that was it. So when
I think
it
I
aired,
watched it like one other time, but it was still years and years ago.
yeah.
Marvin. I know, I see it. I'm just scrolling. Nolan, what are you doing here?
Hello. I want to tune in and see the friends, get some Halloween fun going on. How is everybody?
You okay?
Good. How you doing,
You're not too tired for this, are you, bud?
No, I'm good. I'm here. I'm on 50% battery right now, but you know what? I trust you all to be the energy battery charge of my outlet.
Wow,
That was an
that's
interesting one.
not good for me today, since I'm like knee deep in the keto flu and can barely put together a coherent sentence.
You can tell he's not lying about being at 50% because that was structured interestingly.
Yeah.
When he said that.
We're all having an off night. No, we were just talking about the Jessica Jones show and the fact that I thought he was going to turn purple by the end. Martin, did you think that too?
I hoped it. I didn't think it would, because I think by that point we had already seen Power Man, and yeah, obviously he does the gold t-shirt, which is the new Power Man costume. But when they did his old costume, it was like a ridiculous joke. And
right.
I've kind of felt like when Marvel started, the idea was we're going to do everything correctly. People are going to actually be in their suits. And then at some point, when it was no longer the geek thing, when it was the mainstream thing, they went, "Oh, these suits are ridiculous. Do we really have to?"
That my biggest pet peeve in superhero movies is when like he's like, "You're going to be Ant-Man." Oh God, that name's so stupid. Like, no, come on, just be Ant-Man. Like, shut up. William Thompson for $10 says, "I'll say this till the day I die. The prequels get a bad rap. The only bad movie was the first one. The other two were, in my humble opinion, on par with the original trilogy. I always loved the prequels. I never hated on them. So I get it, William Thompson. I put Revenge of the Sith up there with anything. So 100%.
I'm not a big fan of George's idea of politics, but yeah.
We are at 195 right now toward our goal. So we are only a little over $100 away. We'll see. All right. Got another story here for us. Breaking: Disney dumps Doctor Who days after producer denied it was dead. That was some fine alliteration, if I do say so myself. BBC confirms show will continue without its U.S. partner. You couldn't script irony this good, and let's be real, the writers of modern Doctor Who certainly couldn't. Disney has ended its partnership with Doctor Who, jettisoning the long-running British sci-fi epic after 2 disastrous seasons under showrunner Russell T Davies and star Ncuti Gatwa that saw its lowest ratings in 60 years. I know this comes after a former writer of the show had called it as dead as we've ever known it, and said it felt retrogressive and more of like a full stop. But now we talked about this a bit on the Lauren and Apollo show the other night, so we've kind of gotten our thoughts about this. But a new thing about this dropped today. What the Hollywood trades are reporting is Disney dumped Doctor Who over, quote, MAGA politics. So they are blaming the Orange Man for this. So Hollywood has a new excuse. Yep. But what were we saying?
Just baffling.
Yeah. Hollywood has a new excuse for the collapse of Doctor Who, and it isn't the writing, the budgets, or the creative direction. It's MAGA America. According to industry insiders, the franchise didn't stumble because audiences lost patience with identity-first storytelling or Hollywood's obsession with moral grandstanding. No, the blame has now been shifted to MAGA politics and supposedly hostile cultural landscape. According to Deadline, one industry source claimed the show became, quote, too woke for Trump's USA, and that this political perception, quote, was a factor in Disney minds when the media giant walked away from the franchise. So, guys, essentially, what they mean when they say that is they're trying to say that Disney dropped the show because of racism and homophobia, right?
Yeah, that's probably what they're trying to get at.
Yeah.
When what they really mean is we don't want to pay for this anymore.
Exactly. Oh, Disney was paying through the nose for this. I think it was something like $8 million an episode. Something to that effect.
I thought they were going to go in the direction of Trump's proposed tariffs on media.
Oh gosh,
is what's killing it.
No, it was just that, I honestly, I don't think that the being fed up with woke stuff has really anything to do with the president.
Oh, actually, I think it's backwards. I think people got fed up with woke stuff and they reached out to a man they didn't fully understand.
It's possible. But I don't think you can put this on one specific political party or one specific political movement. I think people honestly, with how far the show's ratings fell, everyone in the center also abandoned it. The only people still watching Doctor Who are the fringe of the fringe. So, Martin, you're a Doctor Who guy. What say you to this?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the edges of politics are always in flux. The middle's pretty static. It's a big mass of people. People move in and out of it, but there's always a mass that clusters around the middle. And for a show to be successful, it needs a tight core that will see it through the bad times. And then it also needs enough of a critical mass of people to know what it is to make it successful, make it exportable the way Doctor Who has been exportable. Now, original Doctor Who became exportable simply because PBS, America's national broadcaster, was looking for anything to put on that was remotely quality.
Right.
And so they bought a bunch of BBC archives. And so for most Americans, Fourth Doctor was the Doctor that they got to know. And that's how it built a following here in the States. And then with the relaunch, with some really quality writing, it became an absolute phenomenon for 5 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
And then declined.
Right. I don't think you can place the blame on any specific movement for this. I think this is Hollywood is trying to explain this away. The reality is people just abandoned it. Got the lowest ratings in 60 years.
Yeah. And that's, like you said, that's the middle abandoning it. That's not just people shrieking about it on the internet.
Right.
Those are the canaries in the coal mine who were saying, even during the Capaldi era, guys, something's gone wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But they still watched it. And then they lost him in the 13th Doctor era.
Yeah. Oh, big time. And then like when Russell T came back with, David Tennant was 14, technically. This is 15. When they came back with 15, it was just, like it had gone so far off the deep end. Honestly, with 14, it had gone off the deep end too, but it was David Tennant, so a lot of people ignored it. Nolan, Lauren, you guys have any comment on this?
I'm not really qualified to because I haven't followed it, but I mean, judging from everything that I've heard from everybody else, it sounds to me like the whole thing went off the rails and Disney doesn't want to foot the bill on yet another failing project. I don't blame them.
Nolan, what say you?
My perspective, I've not been a Who guy. I've only ever seen like 1 or 2 episodes of the show, but I could definitely say from an outsider's perspective, like everything Disney's been doing since they first announced that they were going to partner with Doctor Who for this whole thing has just been a complete disaster. Like, at least, in some instances, you can be like, oh, well, at least, the numbers are looking really good for it, even if there's backlash from the fan base. This had a big bunch of nothing. Like, if you can't get your new audience or your old audience to show up, you have no profitability here. And they're just going to do the same thing they did with Power Rangers. They use it for a bit and then they dump it when the brand's dead. Like, they brought this upon themselves, and now I don't know. I think the bigger question is, how in the world are they ever going to save Doctor Who? Because that was one of the most loyal nerd fandoms I'd ever seen in my life. It didn't matter how ridiculous it got. Those people showed up. So I don't know what they could do to save it.
Nolan, it's interesting that you brought up Power Rangers, because did you hear about the thing going on with Power Rangers this week?
The Lego set?
No. the Ninja Kids thing. So Ninja Kids is this it's a YouTube channel that essentially like bought the rights to not bought but rented the rights to Power Rangers. Hold on, Ninja Kids from Hasbro put out a trailer, and people got really bent out of shape about it.
I saw it was pretty AI central up in this thing. I thought that was going to be their next big show. I didn't know that this was something that they had basically purchased the rights for. That was new to me.
Yeah, they actually did end up. I can't find the actual trailer on YouTube because it gets taken down from everywhere for some reason. But like the trailer was quality, but it involved some AI, and people freaked out about it. And now reportedly Hasbro might be pulling the license because of it, because Hasbro's getting backlash for it.
If I could weigh in, I kind of understand, because I'm curious to know your perspective on this, because from my viewpoint, I thought it looked cheap even by Power Rangers standards.
For a YouTube series, it looked phenomenal, I thought.
That's understandable, because, you expect different things out of it. But I would like to counterpoint. Did you hear about that news today about apparently Super Sentai ending?
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, no, I saw some. I'd have to background check it a bit, but I was seeing some stuff from Bounding about that. I was like, what the heck? Apparently they're looking into it, but I'm like, that kind of floored me, honestly.
Huh, that is interesting. But the one thing that I thought was hysterical was somebody said on Facebook, they were complaining about the AI, and they said, Haim Saban would be ashamed. And I was like, have you ever heard anything Haim Saban has ever said? Because if there's one person that's ever going to make the first all AI generated television show, it's Haim Saban. He's going to be like, I can make a TV show and not pay anyone?
Yeah, if AI existed in the 1990s, he would have been the first to do it. He would have had AI actors and nothing but... He probably would have AI voices if he could.
That man would, without a shadow of a doubt. And there was a show that I still don't understand how it got made. I can only assume somebody snuck it through without Haim Saban knowing. Because Haim Saban's shows, it was mostly all Sentai footage, right? So you didn't have to shoot 50% of pretty much every episode. It was usually shot on like 3 closed sets, usually in Australia where there were like no taxes, and he paid the actors like dirt, basically. There was a show called The Mystic Knights of Tir na Nog, and a lot of people don't remember this show. Martin, do you remember this show?
I do. In fact, I tracked it down online.
Me too. It was shot on location in Ireland and involved like original costumes. Everything was filmed originally. I do not understand how this got through. I don't know.
He has to sleep at some point. I guess they filmed it then.
Maybe. I like to think that Haim Saban sleeps like once every like 100 years for like a month. And that was when they filmed Mystic Knights of Tir na Nog. One other thing that I saw today that made me question everything is this. What exactly?
That's a handsome devil right there.
What exactly is barbecue to you?
Barbecue?
You can vegetables, can't you?
Yeah, you can definitely. There's a lot of vegetable options, and if you get the plant-based hot dogs, you can put them on barbecue as well.
No, I don't know about them accepting plant-based hot dogs.
Okay.
What about veggie burgers? Veggie burgers are fire on a barbecue.
We're talking about southern
when
barbecue.
I hear barbecue, I'm also not thinking like hot dogs and hamburgers.
What do you think?
Because those are not barbecue; those are grilled.
Yeah.
Barbecuing is a specific.
Go ahead, Mark.
You grill on
when
a barbecue.
Yankees talk about barbecue, they're usually talking about grilling. That's not it. Barbecue is like smoking and seasoning. It's not just lighting up a propane tank and firing up a hot dog.
Hank Hill would be so offended by that statement, man.
No, because he's a Texan. Grilling is one thing, and Hank Hill would be happy I said the propane.
Charcoal is better.
Well, for a lot of people, yes.
It's more work, but it's worth it.
I'm learning that barbecue has a lot of different ways that people can get very
Yeah.
About
I'm
it.
mostly
I'm
I'm
learning.
mostly playing around with you guys.
Oh no, but like they were saying, make sure you know there's different areas. So, you know, if you say you like this area, I'm like, oh my god, there's a lot to navigate with Southern barbecue.
My
Don't worry,
preference-
Trish. We'll make most of the country upset one way or another.
A lot of it is because a lot of it is brisket. It's pulled pork.
Yeah, they were saying ribs to me a lot. And
Ribs, ribs is a big one. Like like that. So I'm like, what do you eat for barbecue?
Well, so it's meat that is slow smoked is barbecue. Anything else is a lie.
So I guess Nolan, what they're saying is barbecue, as everyone in the chat was talking about it, does not sound good to you right now.
As they define it, probably not. Probably not. But I do like Baloo's comment where he said grilled salad. I'm wondering what the heck that is.
Grilled salad.
I mean, it's salad that's grilled.
Are you aware that you and I have now occupied diametrically opposing positions in the universe?
Yes, we should have a petty feud about it, man.
Yeah, because now Nolan is a vegetarian and I am on the carnivore diet, which means I eat exclusively meat and animal products. So
I'd pay good money for someone to make one of those like old school like 1960s kaiju movie pictures with us on it. Like that'd be cool. Go ahead, Martin.
When it comes to grilled salad, if you put a sear on tomato and cucumber and some of the things that are not lettuce in your salad, you might be happy with that.
I do like a grilled tomato. I can't have that anymore now.
I don't really like.
Why does this guy know how to cook everything? Martin, is there anything you don't know how to cook?
Blowfish.
No, I've never made blowfish. That's true.
That's the one, right? Where if you carve it the wrong way, it's poison.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh man, what is your favorite thing to cook, Martin?
Steak. It's just so simple.
Have you ever? I tried making a steak in the air fryer the other day,
and
it went amazing.
Yeah, air fryer is a great way to do it. I prefer the broiler.
Okay.
Put it in the broiler at the absolute max temperature you can get it, which for most people is 550. Say it's an inch thick steak, maybe 4 minutes per side, and you're at about medium rare.
So I did the air fryer with a 1 inch thick New York strip, 2 of them. I preheated the air fryer, and then I did, I think, 12 minutes, 6 on each side, and it came out beautifully medium rare.
Great. Now, when you do your steaks, do you prep them beforehand? Like, I'll take them out of the fridge a few hours before, put a good coat of kosher salt on them and pepper as well.
I do the salt first because I want the juices to come out and then go back in with the salt, mixed in.
Yeah.
And then I'll do the pepper right before I put them on. And I have heard like Chef Jean-Pierre on YouTube, he said that like bringing the steak to room temperature, it doesn't do anything.
No, it not really. It doesn't really do much, but if you salt it with the kosher salt, that brings out the moisture, and then it gets sucked back in so that you're salting the interior of the meat.
Right.
That process happens better at room temperature than it does in the refrigerator.
That makes sense.
But I find that if you also pepper it when you're doing the salting, the water extracts at least some of the pepper flavor and pulls it in as well.
Yeah. I made compound butter the other day when we started this. Yeah. So what I did for that was I took 2 sticks of softened butter. I roasted garlic, put that in there, and then I mixed in some parsley with it, and then just put it on wax paper, rolled it into a cylinder, and then put it in the fridge. And it is like the greatest condiment on earth now. I don't need any ketchup. I don't need any mustard. I don't need anything.
Great, yeah.
I just put the compound butter on everything now. Nolan, do you do butter and cheese and stuff too? You're not vegan.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I couldn't do vegan. I love butter and cheese way too much. I like with my household. Like I don't get a lot of time to like cook or bake and stuff. But when I do, I would much rather bake because I find the whole process of making like taking the dough, mixing it up, making like biscuits, breads, like all that kind of jazz. I find that in a dorky way magical. Like I think it's so cool, and just the aesthetic and the smells. Like more garlic bread too, especially.
So actually, no, I do have a recipe for you, and this is not a joke. It's totally vegetarian. So corn, don't shuck it. Just put it in the microwave at the hottest possible temperature for about an hour in the husk.
An hour?
Wait, microwave?
I said microwave. I'm sorry, oven, not microwave.
Oven. Okay, I'm like, will my microwave explode?
Your microwave would explode at that point. No, so oven. Put roast corn for an hour at the hottest possible temperature in your oven for about an hour. And then when you take it out, the husk peels off very easily. Just butter and salt, the best corn you're going to have.
Okay, I will definitely try that. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Hold on. I saw one other thing today that made me face palm. Really, Trish? Fried dough?
Well, because I worded it like that because I brought up beignets to Regina, and then I said, well, I can't get that, but I can get Zappoli's. So it all falls under the same banner. That was why
I love
that
that every Italian has their own way of saying Zappoli's.
Mm-hmm.
I say Zeppeli, you say Zappoli's. My grandmother says Zappola.
Zappola. But that's why I just said
fried dough. A little piece of me just died.
But I mean, that's why. I'm not going to go listing them all off to say that. It's fried dough.
Every culture has fried dough, and it's all delicious.
Yeah, that's my point. Thank you, Martin.
It is
Martin
delicious, but
I can always count on Martin to know what I mean. What would I do without you, Martin?
I'm basically married to your secret sister.
That's true.
But
another benefit.
I hold you to a higher standard, Trish.
Well, but I'm not going to hold Regina to that standard or anyone in the chat.
No, but you can educate.
No.
Look, Liquid Fox.
My job.
Liquid Fox? What's a Zappola?
I don't know because that's not the way you spell it.
I know.
You want to educate them. So educate them, Marvin.
I'm not here to edit them. He's saying, a Zeppeli is fried dough, typically with powdered sugar on it, served to you in a white paper bag from a dirty cart at a carnival.
Dirty cart at a carnival. Only way you get them.
Carnival.
That is the only way you get them, Trish.
Well, I hope we're not mixing up carnival food with fair food, because fair food is the greatest gift from God. Like, you guys ever had elephant ears?
I meant to say fair. Yeah. Fair.
Like funnel cakes. Oh my God.
I feel like we're being very nitpicky with our words today. Fair, carnival, Zappoli, barbecue.
Soda,
like, what's going on?
Coke.
We all know what we mean. Except for maybe the barbecue one. I don't think Nolan actually knew what that one was.
No, around here, that's a barbecue still.
By the way, my favorite thing to cook is probably spaghetti and meatballs or Thanksgiving dinner.
Okay.
You mean like the family likes it?
Well,
Lauren, don't start.
Like my family likes it? Yes.
Don't start,
Well,
Lauren.
my understanding is you're all one family.
This is not true.
We're not.
We are family.
I've never bled on a
got
playing
all my
card.
sisters with me.
You're contradicting what you said earlier, Trish.
What? What did I say earlier? I
You
didn't say
said
anything
that
about
you
a
were
family.
all. You said, yeah, you did. You said that you were all one family. All
I
of
said we
you.
were all people. One family.
We are all one people
Mhm.
except Sicilians. We are
Who have
That's right.
who have kind of a code. One might say.
I don't have any code.
We are Borg.
Trish,
I don't feed into it like Marv. No.
Trish, I forgot. Are you Siciliano?
No.
No.
I'm Italian.
I'm both.
Because there is a difference, and Sicilians would say the same thing. Just
Yeah, of
for the
course.
record.
So
Because
I'm
it's like
Sicilian-
two distinct places.
My family is Siciliano and Napolitan.
Yeah.
So they're like
I'm the
swamp
latter.
Italians.
So what?
Swamp Italians.
No, that's
Wow.
the Venetians.
Yeah, that would be the Venetians, if anybody. He is right about that.
Well, no. So it's like I'm trying to think of how to say this. Sicily is the most conquered piece of land in the history of the world, which is why Sicilians look so different from Italians, because so many different, the French were there for a while, the Spaniards, the British, It's so close to Africa, so there's a lot of different like diversity in the Sicilian, in like the Sicilian look.
People generally think Italians look like Sicilians, and that is not true.
Like my nana is 100% Italian, and she is blue. She has eyes bluer than the sky, and I'm like, because it's Sicily.
By 100% Italian, she's the first one in her family. All of her siblings, except for one, I think, was born in Italy. She had strawberry blonde hair, fair skin, and light eyes. And she was like the norm. So when people say that, when they're always like, oh, you're so fair, it's like, actually, people in Italy proper, so to speak, are fair. It's the Sicilians that tend to have the olive skin and the darker hair and the darker eyes. So a little lesson for you guys.
You remember in The Godfather when Michael's been exiled to Sicily and they reach the bar where Apollonia's father is the barkeep, and they describe the look of the girl that they saw, and they say she's more Greek than Italian. Kind of making your point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, that's the thing is like when we say people go, ooh, and I'm just like, no, but like Sicilians feel the same way. They want to be called Sicilian because that's their heritage and their culture.
Right.
Yeah.
Kendrick Thomas says North Italy is Europe, South Italy is Africa. It's kind of true.
I don't know.
Sicily basically is.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like.
Well, there are provinces up in northeast Italy that are really mostly like Germanic people that speak Italian, and they'll talk about going to the rest of the country as, "Oh, I'm going to Italy."
I know what you mean. Yeah,
I've always wanted to go. Do you have any desire to actually go to Italy, Trish?
I've been to Italy.
Really? Where?
You know this. I've told you. It was a tour, so I went. You remember, right, Nolan? That I said it?
Yeah, I remember you saying you went. You saw the Leaning Tower, right?
No, I didn't get to go to Pisa, but we started in Milan and went all the way down to Rome, stopping in various cities. It's like Venice.
It's been so fun.
Verona, Bologna. And we had a day in Switzerland, too, because it's like right there.
What was the highlight of your trip?
Probably Verona. I really liked Verona. And they have a statue of Juliet. Like, I think it's her. Might have been her boob, honestly. There's a part that you rub. I can't remember. It's supposed to be like good luck. Yeah. But there's like another one's like a foot. You know, it's the for luck. And stuff like that. Wow, shouldn't have said that to Nolan.
Sounds like a fun time.
Nolan, she's like 14.
Oh, wait. Okay, maybe not a good time. All right, YouTube censors and authorities outside. Not a good time. Nah,
all right, Nolan.
That joke.
It's all right, Nolan. She's dead.
Oh, okay.
And fictional, so it's fine. But you never had to
that
read
was scary
Romeo
real quick.
You never had to read Romeo and Juliet in school? I had to read that.
I don't think they ever.
No,
really,
actually, not. I had to read Tom Sawyer.
I had to read Huckleberry.
I had to read both. Yeah.
How was that?
I gave up on Huckleberry Finn, honestly.
You know, I actually hate Romeo and Juliet. I don't think it's a great love story the way everyone thinks. I'm like, it's not love, it's infatuation.
It's
Anakin and Padme would like to have a word with you.
I don't. We can go back to Star Wars, Lauren. No, we had our Star Wars segment. Don't do this to me.
Look, Shakespeare certainly doesn't need me to defend him, but some of the wordplay in Romeo and Juliet is some of the best it's ever been put to paper.
Yes, I agree. It's beautifully poetic, but the story itself is not romantic. Romeo is literally saying the same stuff about a girl named Rosalind who doesn't want anything to do with him in the beginning, and then he spots this other girl who gives him googly eyes, and now all of a sudden he's all about her. Romeo was one of those, if I can't be near the girl that I love, I'm loving the girl that I'm near.
Yeah, but I don't think Shakespeare's hiding that.
Well, I don't think Shakespeare's hiding it, but I think every like snooty high school English teacher and college professor thinks it's this great love story.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there like reading it, and I'm like, because I've had to read it so many times. I had to read it in high school and then in college twice, once in a literature class and once in an actual Shakespeare class. And I'm just like,
The Phantom of Menace.
The Phantom Menace.
I didn't know he did the prequels as well. I only had the original. You're muted.
Lauren, you're muted.
My son has got the second one right now, but
Tragedy of the Sith's Revenge.
What the heck are those?
There's only so much Star Wars I can handle, guys.
Well, at first, I didn't think it was a Star Wars thing. I thought it was like a play on words from an old book or something like that. I realized, oh wait, no, this is definitely Star Wars.
He's doing this because I was like, no Star Wars. This is why he's doing it. You had your segment.
Back.
You had your segment. All right.
No, my favorite.
I have enough gray hair, Lauren.
My favorite.
Down's
my favorite Shakespeare plays are Othello and The Tempest.
Those are both great.
Yeah, I really, really like both of those.
I didn't have to read The Tempest. Did I read Othello? I think I might have read that one in school. I can't totally remember.
I remember the first day of my Shakespeare class, the professor got up and he said, there are 3 Shakespeare plays that are considered inappropriate for today's society. Othello, because it is racist. The Merchant of Venice, because it's anti-Semitic. And The Taming of the Shrew, because it's sexist. And we are going to read all 3 of them in this class.
The thing about Merchant of Venice, though, is Shylock gets the "if you prick me, do not bleed" speech.
Mm-hmm.
That is empathetic, and it makes the point that we're all one people. So
Yes.
that the people of Venice are racist against him kind of drives that home. So
he still wanted his pound of flesh.
Right.
So, you know who played Shylock brilliantly was Patrick Stewart.
Yes.
But
Pacino did it well too.
Hoo-ah!
He tones it down.
He actually did. That is my very favorite version of The Merchant of Venice.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I like the movie of Othello with Lawrence Fishburne and Kenneth Branagh.
Not the one that was called O.
No. Not the one that was called O.
No, the Branagh one is great. Also, his Hamlet is my favorite of the televised. Or
Kenneth Branagh could do no wrong in my eyes. His Frankenstein is amazing, and I cannot wait to see this Netflix Frankenstein movie.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I keep wanting to make jokes about race swapping and stuff like that, but it legitimately looks good.
Frankenstein is probably my favorite like spooky story. And I mean like the novel. I love the novel of Frankenstein. And
it's great. It's so much richer than most of the movies have ever been.
Frankenstein.
I love how conversational it is. Like when I first started writing, I tried to emulate Mary Shelley, like writing in first person the way she writes Frankenstein. And I really liked what she did because she writes it like he's telling you specifically this story. Because when he talks about like all that stuff with like the lightning and the lab, and that's all Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the book, when he talks about bringing the creature to life, he says something like, "I can tell by the look in your eyes, my friend, that you want to know the secret that I uncovered on how to do this. But I'm not going to share it with you because it will lead inevitably to your destruction." So I thought that was a brilliant way of getting around pseudoscience in a book from that long ago. But yeah, my favorite Frankenstein though is Mary Shelley's Frankenstein with Kenneth Branagh and Robert De Niro. If you've never seen that one, it's exceptionally good.
Yeah,
Helena Bonham Carter as Elizabeth. What was that?
It's the best adaptation.
Yeah, easily, I think.
You said something about by the look in your eyes, and I immediately thought of "Keep on Loving You" by REO Speedwagon.
Of course, you did.
There's something missing. Sorry, I knew Martin would at least be like, "I know where she went."
Yep.
Oh, excuse me.
I see that reference bored him.
It did. Wow, you brought the.
It's in for Martin. I got Martin. I always have Martin. I know if I bring it up.
Mary Shelley's Frankenstein is such a tragic but beautiful book.
Yeah,
it's really dang.
It's a story about a man who destroys himself and everyone he's ever loved.
Yeah, for selfish reasons.
It's a tragedy in every single way.
What's also a tragedy is I think we're about to lose Lauren.
Oh, are we? I'm sorry, Lauren. I didn't see that. Lauren, let the folks know where they can find you and what you're up to.
Still kind of up in the air about tomorrow night. I should know before the night is through. So we're either going to be doing another episode of Lord and Apollo tomorrow night, or potentially the live stream of Cats. So if you guys want to torture me, then I guess
you know what, Lauren. If we are doing, if no matter what it's going to be tomorrow, I will be there because I have a Halloween costume and I have to wear it. So,
are you going to be Rum Tum Tugger?
No, I'm going to be one of the buttholes that got cut out of Cats.
So Rum Tum Tugger, Rumple Teaser, because those are definitely euphemisms. I am sorry.
Oh, of course it is. Lauren, thank you very much. We will see you tomorrow night, my friend.
Yep. Good night.
Bye, Lauren. Happy Halloween.
God, now I just want to watch Frankenstein. I guess
which one?
Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, but the Del Toro one, I guess, is playing in theaters right now because you have to have a limited theatrical run at least to be considered for an Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why it's not coming out on Netflix until November.
This is really random, but did you guys see just like this montage of pictures of Gary Oldman with little felt versions of his characters that he's played in movies, and he just looked like the happiest person on the planet?
I need to see this.
I have to see that.
Okay, let's see if I can find it. I'm pretty sure I saw it on Instagram. It might take me a second, but it was it was great. See if I can. Hopefully, I can find it. I don't think I saved it.
Do you guys have Halloween traditions like as adults now?
No. I
sort of.
Other than going to horror nights, no.
Okay.
Why do you?
Yeah, well, obviously we take the kids out for trick or treating, but we always watch a classic Universal monster movie. And before bed, I read either The Raven or The Telltale Heart to the kids.
Really, and that doesn't scare them?
Oh, well, not anymore.
But it did. It did in the past.
Yeah.
Both The Raven and The Telltale Heart scared me as a kid.
I think I have a somewhat soothing voice, so it helps.
Yeah, probably. Oh, you don't put on like a hard voice while you do it?
I used to lean into that a bit more. In
when
fact,
you were trying to scare everyone.
Well, I wasn't exactly trying to, but when he shouts about the beating of the heart, I let my voice rise.
What about you guys? Do you have Nolan, Trish? Do you have any Halloween traditions?
Usually my tradition is actually working on a Halloween video. I was doing that going back to when I was a teenager, actually. This is the first season where that kind of didn't happen, and it feels weird as heck. But it's really good for spooky vibes. I usually get to break out the fog machine, do the dank lightings. It's fun.
Nolan, I see you're sharing your screen. Do you want me to bring this up?
Yes, please. These are the felt versions Trish was alluding to.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
And you scroll through, you could see more. I don't know who made them or what.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
The effort they put in.
He really does look very pleased with himself.
I don't think he made them. I think he's just thrilled to have them.
Yeah, I know. He's pleased with himself for having them.
Understandable, quite honestly.
I don't get that one.
These are amazing.
Also, the actually in me was like, that's Sirius Black in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Thanks.
I was wondering if he was going to have a Churchill.
I kind of like the Dracula.
Oh, that's so good.
Aren't these things tremendous?
These are really good.
So much.
I love how tickled he is. He was just knighted, I think.
Is there a Commissioner Gordon?
Oh, I wish.
Yeah, right there in the lower left, it was Commissioner Gordon.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I love the face on that. Someone needs to B needs to put this on his profile picture or something like that. This is great. I love that face.
Oh man.
And they all look so happy, like him, to be seeing those figures.
Yes.
Okay, here's my question. When do you guys put up the Christmas tree?
After Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Yeah. Right after Thanksgiving.
I like to have the Christmas tree up on Thanksgiving because I like the guests to comment on it.
That's
fair.
Good.
We should do it in the evening of
Christmas?
No, of Thanksgiving.
Oh.
After we've wrapped it, because we eat our our Thanksgiving stuff earlier in the day. So like we take to wrap up sometimes in the evening. It kind of varies a bit lately, but that's usually when we like to do it. Kind of ring in the new, not New Year, but the Christmas season.
Trish, what about you?
Early on in December, you know.
So
Get like a good month because I keep it up longer than you. So.
I think it's going up this weekend here.
You just need a little Christmas.
I do, but also, so it's my wedding anniversary this weekend.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Holy cow!
So it's our first.
Feels like
wedding
only
anniversary.
yesterday.
And all we're really doing is just going out to eat. And I was thinking, like, wouldn't that be something now if, like, one of our anniversary traditions every year is we put the Christmas tree up together? Because
so sweet.
I believe in an autobiographical Christmas tree. It's a Christmas tree that kind of tells the story of the family that has it. Mm-hmm. So I have ornament. So we get it, like, my family always does like the ornament each year. And a lot of times it has something to do with something big that happened in your life that year. So like last year we got like, you know, wedding ornaments, like ornaments with like, you know, bride and groom and stuff like that on it. So it's like, as we put the ornaments up, we like relive parts of our relationship.
That's very cool.
We also do a Christmas village. And right now, I think we have like 4 buildings in it because we've been together for 4 years. And we add a building each year.
That is adorable.
Yeah. Well, that way, by the time we're old and gray, it'll be like, you know, massive for like our grandchildren to like obsess over.
Or accidentally break.
At any
that'd be bad.
At any point, will you one year, instead of adding a building, add like a massive Godzilla to it or something like that?
Probably not.
Terrorizing the village.
Probably not.
Missing out, man. Opportunities.
So the base of it is we had gotten the Disney Christmas Village a couple of years ago. And that has like a couple of buildings in it, and I just like, and then we have like the one building from each year. Last year we got a church because we got married last year. So, yeah. So just little things that I personally just love seeing. I love the build up to Christmas. I love seeing the tree. I love all of that. So I need it early.
Hey, whenever you need holiday spirit, if it makes you happy, go for it, man.
Yeah. I'm not going to put anything outside until after Thanksgiving, because when it's in my house, it's just for me to look at. And that's fine because I'm not pushing Christmas on anybody early. If I start decorating outside the house before Thanksgiving, I think that I would consider that pushing it on people.
That makes sense.
Yeah, not doing.
You could always hang the lights and things as you have time, and then not turn them on until after Thanksgiving.
That's also a possibility. You turn it on Thanksgiving, because for me, like Christmas like officially starts when Santa Claus comes down the parade.
I have to share this random tidbit now. You guys just reminded me of this. I was at the grocery store today, and they were already, of course, day before Halloween, they're already putting as much Christmas stuff out as humanly possible. I saw Santa hats, but instead of being normal Santa hats, they were like cougar Santa hats. Like the white was replaced with like the leopard stripes. I was like, at the grocery store? Okay, cool. Christmas is different this year. Okay.
I feel like there's so many things there that just like made my head spin. Because a leopard has spots. And cougars don't have any markings.
This is true.
So you mean tiger stripes?
No, it wasn't tiger stripes. It was the leopard pattern. Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting confused. All right.
But
and then you said cougar, and I thought like cougar. Cougar Town?
Yeah, no, that's what they were going for, like the steering wheels.
Rick Grimm became a YouTube
Martin
member
knows what I meant.
on the Tooney Town resident level. So thank you very much, Rick Grimm. Hope you enjoy it. Regina Sharp for $5 says beignets or death. Beignets or death.
I believe I'll have the chicken.
Michael Steele for $2 says I prefer Shakespeare's comedies. It's valid. All right, we are pushing 10:30 now, which is right around the time we usually end. Fortunately, it looks like we are not going to hit our goal for tonight. So, yeah, maybe next week we'll offer something a little different and see if that helps. But guys, anything else you wanted to talk about before we break for the evening?
Want to wish everyone a happy Halloween. I hope everyone stays safe but has a good time tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same. Trish, why don't you first tell the fine folks where they can find out more about you and everything you're up to?
I hate doing this part.
You never have anything to say because everyone always plugs all your stuff before we get to you. And I started with you specifically so that you could actually get the plug.
I know, but I hate doing it.
Oh.
I feel awkward. See, like they're really good at doing it. Like they've got their whole professional. I know what to say, and I'm like, Lost Guys. But Lost Guys. These two, I'm horrible with the directioning. These two down there, Martin Stone, Nolan Thunder, the occasional Hangry Table. We didn't get to do it this week, unfortunately, because the Lost Guys
absolute
curse
insanity of
again.
my life.
Yeah. When did you get power back, by the way?
Not until the next day.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, we were supposed to record, and then we get a message from Martin. He's like, I have no power. We're like, oh, okay. Because that's not happening.
Nature did not want this Lost Guys episode to happen. It was just too
group.
good for the masses. They knew we would peak with this episode and never top it.
I do really need to hear Nolan's thoughts on it, because we were hoping to talk about Chopping Mall, the seminal 80s classic, which I did enjoy watching again, so thank you for that, Nolan.
That's right, you did.
By the way, BPE, check it in for the BPE special. $20
BPE,
and no message. We love you, BPE.
In the last minute, right in the wire there.
Yep, I love
Sniping.
it. All right, Martin Stone, what do you got going on?
Well, obviously, one of the Lost Guys with Trish, and we are looking forward to bringing you the episode of Chopping Mall. And Kevin Apollo is going to hopefully still be able to guest with us on that one.
Awesome. Nolan, what do you got going on?
Well, you can find it's spooky season right now, and I haven't made any announcements of my next episode yet, but I was working on it a little bit last night. If you want a good Halloween mystery, particularly if you like video games, please check out my YouTube channel at Nolan Thunder. I have a series called Lost in the Files. Has the B-movie horror soundtrack, creepy vibes, but a lot of comedy and documentary if you're not into the scary stuff. I have a video I did on a bunch of Mario Kart urban legends and rumors. So if you'd like to check that out, please find the playlist on my channel and give it a look. It's fun.
Guys, stick around at the end of the show because you are going to be redirected over to Dis is Awful over on the Awful Wrestling channel, where Dis and Awful are going to break down a lot of wrestling news from the week. They've got a great show planned for tonight, and they finally made it so that I can redirect to their show. So you'll be redirected there right away. Let them know in the chat that it's a Tooney Town raid, and that you're coming from here, and, let them know we sent you. All right. Thank you guys for everything tonight. We will see you next week from all of us here on the Tooney Town channels. I'm Marvin the Movie Monster. Now get out of here.
Thank you, everyone, for tonight. This has been such an amazing week. Thank you, Lord. Thank you to the amazing cast. Thank you, Stacey. This is so wonderful. Have a great night. Thank you.
Now, Perry the Platypus, feel the wrath of my thank you-inator.
Thank you, you piece of trash.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you! Oh, I suppose you want me to say thank you. But you know what? Saying thank you is like jobbing. Thank you! I got a little message. Thank you. Ooh, yeah!
Oh, thank you! Oh, thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you!
Thanks? For what?
Hi-ho from all of us here at Tooney Town. Thank you.
And viewers like you. Thank you.